Everyone has a life story to tell, but an incredible life story is shared and told differently. Welcome to this edition where we have conversations with ordinary folks but with extraordinary life stories to inspire you, if for nothing else, to get you doing what they are doing, following through the path that has made them who they are today. Tonight on the program, we're having a conversation around a rising star in the interesting game of golf. Now, many of us may not find that game as interesting as it sounds, where it's about a man swinging, whatever they call them. We'll find out in the course of the program, and going through a long walk on the green. But to get here, there's obviously a story. And for the gentleman that we're having a conversation with today on the program, it's been a story of grass, literally, to grace. Welcome to the program, Colinne Ajedra, a rising star from Entebbe, a man doing an incredible course in the United States of America that's around golf and something about finance and economics.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be on your show. Pleasure to have me. And welcome home. This is home for me.
And when I say man, I'm not even talking about a guy in his middle ages. I'm talking about a young man, but a man who has risen to epic heights in the game of golf.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. I started playing golf when at a very young age. I started as a Caddie. At a very young age, at about 14 years.
Please make it known to us what a Caddie is, so that we understand how you even became that, the
so
Caddie.
A Caddie is someone who helps the golfer in carrying the golf bag, selecting the club, choosing the right balls, right markers. Actually,
and looking for the balls when they hit them in the wrong place.
Exactly.
But you'll tell us more about that and what a Caddie does, but how do you even come to a golf course?
So, the first time coming to a golf course, I was actually brought by a friend who was a Caddie before my time. So he told me, like coming from the backgrounds that where we come from a little bit of struggling family. So I needed to make some extra money to support myself through school. So he told me, you know what, you can come with me and I teach you how to Caddie, and then you can make some extra money for your school and stuff like that. So he brought me to become a Caddie. He taught me for about a week, and then I started Caddie. And then with time, I developed interest. I loved the game and started playing.
Now, as they say, Simba wakati yao. To the best of your recollection, what was your number? What was your experience on day one when you came here with that friend of yours? Didn't this look like one hell of a boring, tiring game?
It was.
Games are supposed to be for running around, sweating, cutting us, but here, swing clubs.
It was quite the opposite. I was amazed of how the ball flies from the ground and goes up, and then you have to watch it.
Wow.
So the first few times I couldn't see the ball, and that got me intrigued.
How come the ball leaves here and I can't see where?
What's the science? And then from there I got hooked to it. The physique, the skill of picking that ball to put it to the direction you want. It got me interested. I fell in love with the game there and then.
Wow. But Colin, it takes a long time to play this game, walking 18 holes, as they say. That's how many kilometers roughly?
It should be around 8.
8 kilometers.
Yes.
And that takes you about 3 to 4 hours or even more.
Minimum of 3.5 hours.
Exactly. Now, spending 3.5 hours just for the sake of a little back, wasn't that a little bit of a holdback for you then as a young child?
Yes, I would say yes, but I played soccer before I crossed over to golf. So as a young boy, like growing up in Uganda,
everyone plays soccer, anything we kick.
It wasn't a big challenge, but I agree it's a long walk because you go around, and for the first times you may not understand the game. It becomes a little bit fatigue, but because the interest you have, you end up enjoying the process. You end up enjoying the walk. Your mind is paying attention to what is happening, and then you forget about the long walk, the distance, the sun. You find yourself into the game. I
want us to have this conversation as we take that long walk that you're talking about. We need to play 18 holes today as we do this conversation. But before we get there, there's just that one thing I want you to elucidate a little bit. Golf is a game for, let's be honest, a bit of affluent people, the who is who in society. Here you are coming in as a Caddie. Weren't you at first starstruck by the kind of people that you were caddying for? And if yes, did they treat you kindly? Did they treat you well? Did you feel like these so-called big and rich affluent people thought you were also a human being like them?
That's a very, very great question. I think the conversation of making golf so common to people should revolt on that question. Yes, golf is a very high-end sport. I agree. It takes some money to play it.
Oh yeah.
And it's costly when it comes to the equipment.
Equipment, exactly. These
To
costs.
answer your question, these people who play golf is a gentleman's game to begin with. And a gentleman recognizes humans, the humanitarian heart, the knowing that it's not about your class, it's about the relationship you have. Golf is a social game. So this environment, this community welcomes everyone. They welcomed me, as a caddy.
Wow.
They welcomed me as a student of the game. They welcomed me even now that I play the game, to the highest level. So there was an environment that was so welcoming, that made me feel
At home.
at peace, at home, within my people.
Wow.
That is where the interest grew bigger. That is where I felt like this is what I can do.
You've talked about playing the game at the highest level. PGA appearance?
Oh yeah, definitely that is the target. But I'm playing in the US. College athlete is the highest level you can play as an amateur before you cross to professional.
Wow.
That is where you get world rankings as an amateur. That is where you get the sponsors, the big endorsers, titles, and colorways to see you playing for your college, for the university. So currently, as you see my logo, I go to a very, very historically black institution in the state of North Carolina, in the city of Salisbury, called Livingston College.
Wow.
North Carolina.
And you're hitting it there real hard. What course are you pursuing there?
I'm doing economics with a concentration in investment analysis. And
on a golf scholarship?
Yes, the scholarship is a partially golf and academics, because this is very, very important for the kids at home watching, anyone seeing this. In today's world, sports moves along with academics. You cannot drop out of school and think
you're going to concentrate a career in sport,
soccer, whatever it is, without academics. They move hand in hand. They help each other to take you to the place where you want to see yourself.
So that we avoid seeing you in the evening of your life, having had an illustrious career as an athlete, but unable to manage the resources you gathered up.
Exactly.
Wow.
It helps you, prepare you for the life after the course. It helps you, get you ready for the life to handle the business aspect of the game.
What will be your first song?
I would say God's Plan. Yes, God's Plan.
You can tell us a bit of why you've chosen that particularly to be your first song.
That song speaks volumes to me. I feel like growing up, I was not fortunate. I lost my dad when I was very young.
Oh dear.
And life was very catastrophic for me growing up. And I would always blame myself. Why me? Why did I have to lose my dad? Why did I have to go through this? But then, growing up, I get to that song. It's a Drake song, God's Plan. So everything turns out to work as God planned.
Not as you planned.
So I accepted that.
And you worked along with God's plan.
And I just trust God will put me where He wants me to be.
Incredible. So now, for more of our conversation, you will allow me to take my first shot since I am the amateur here of amateurs, and then we have our conversation as we roll down. Now, if you thought I'm quite a joke in as far as this game is concerned, watch me. Boss, I'm unable to even take a shot. My thumb is aching like a problem.
That's what they say.
Colin, what do you think about my swing?
I hope you don't say.
The team has been in the draw for a long time.
We'll be right back. Let's take a shot. Joshua needs prayer.
Okay, finally got it off.
At least I got it off the ground. You know, Solomon.
An incredible life story is shared and told differently.
So you've done these preparations. How were you prepared? You were reading online? You had a guy teaching you? Or you were just...
I had a guy teaching me. Actually, thanks to Grant Studies Africa. It's an organization that helps get students admission abroad. So both my mentor House of the RSP. They studied from UK. So they used that very good company. So when I was denied, they channeled me to that company. They prepared me. They went through all my applications that I submitted. And then they tutored me on how to answer those questions at the visa. At the visa station. Say yes, I went to you.
The kind of questions?
Yes, they were kind of questions. But I was confident, more confident, because I had gone through the preparation. And I went to
Now you have a visa stamp in your passport. You come home and tell money.
I come home, not even come home tell money. I don't have a single penny out of the $10,000 they need me to go. I don't have money for my air ticket.
And how many months or how many weeks or how many days?
I have 3 days
What?
to organize it. I did my interview on, it was a Wednesday. I needed to be in the US for school the following Monday.
You're staring at 10,000 euros. That about then was over 30 million. And I don't think in your life you had ever heard even 5 million things as your own money.
Not close.
So,
Yes, but because of the support I had around South Sudan, I was paying it in Uganda more than anything. Even the day I got my passport back with my visa, I still didn't have my ticket. I was scheduled to travel that Friday that I got my passport. I didn't have a ticket. I went to him and he paid for me the ticket that very day. The day I got my passport back is the day I traveled that night. I got my ticket booked at around 11 a.m. 11 p.m. in the night. I was flying out of the ticket.
but without the $10,000.
Without the $10,000 that he wrote later through his company around the world, pledging, requesting the university to allow me. He's going to organize the funds and send them once I get there.
What?
Yes.
At the university listened.
Yes, indeed. I was fortunate to allow it. But he had to give me some of the money. I went about $3,000. Just, to show commitment. The amount is what there are members that contributed in that quick week. They gave me 1 million shillings, gave me $100, gave me $200. So I ended up going with about $3,000. And that's the first thing that I was doing.
You fly this time, you never flown to the United States, you understand?
Never flown over Africa.
So now you are right.
Yes, I fly.
Immigration and all that.
Yes, and they had briefed me because the Land Studies Africa, they briefed me for all that.
They say, man, it's not only over at
Once you get there,
when you get there, you can still come back.
yes, they can still turn you right back. Of course, there's immigration, Homeland Security at the airport in the US where you are. So they just check you, ask you questions to check whether you know where you're going. Are you there for the purpose you are for? Just to know whether you know your stuff. Yes, so I landed in Newark, that's in New Jersey. Yes, I had the immigration go through my papers and they said, please proceed.
Yeah, welcome to the US.
Yes, in matter of fact, that's what the officer said. He said, young man, welcome to the land of the free. And you stay in the US.
And then you made the first phone call back home. Who did you call?
Of course, my mom. I called my mom and said, because it is a long hour flight. It's about 22-hour flight. So with the time difference, it took me about 3 days before I got in contact with people back during the travel process. Yes, but I kept notifying South Sudan of my progress. I landed in Lebanon, changing flights. But the first call home, I called my mom. I said, "Baby,
The mother will happy and made that usual karuri.
yes." Yeah, she was happy. But of course, being a new country, being a new place, she was worried. We hear stories about the winter, coldness. I went in the heart of it. It was very, very cold. It was snowing actually by the time I went. It was very cold. had to get an extra jacket on the airport. It was that cold. Temperatures were about -6 when I landed in New York.
You have never seen anything below 20?
Anything below 20 I've never seen. Yes. Yeah, but I was before I left, they told me, they briefed me of what I should expect. And I channeled my mind to accept that and give room for learning and growing. So yes, I went to college. It took me about 6 months to adjust to the lifestyle, the weather, the food, people, the accent, how people do stuff, time, management.
You used to meet at 7, you show up at 7:45 and that's okay.
Yeah, here in Uganda, but there you'll have a tea time of 7, at least minimum of 6:45 you have to be in the air. You give yourself reserve time, just in case. But time is one of the greatest assets we have, and you can only know that when you go to a place where you respect it.
Oh, when you get a bit naughty here, please don't make it seem like you are all balls and no player and no for you that you have a debating arrangement, or for you knew that was actually too above the bar for you.
If you're always looking for survival, always looking for what you're supposed to eat, you're always worried about where will I sleep tomorrow. You may not have that time.
They're lucky that to do.
Yeah, to
but
think of
then you don't really want to subject someone's daughter.
Of course I wanted, but my situation was not allowing me. I was worried about what I would eat tomorrow. I was worried about where I would sleep. Life was hard. So some of those things I forego, because I couldn't. I wanted as much as I wanted, but I couldn't. I had friends, yes, but I could be like, hey, this one would be a good fit. Man, I know my pocket cannot allow.
Can you now?
Not yet, because now I have a bigger goal to reach, but we are working on it.
Oh, that's good.
It's something coming up.
Let's get down to the feeling of and the inspiration you took from. Who is your number one coach?
Yeah, that's a great question. Tiger Woods, I would say, that is the first person that I saw that looked like me and played the game at the top level.
But you only follow him on what he does on the course.
Yes. Yeah, but one golfer, when I started watching golf on TV, the golfer that relates to the game of how I play, his name is Zach Johnson. He's not famous in Africa or in Uganda, but he's won the US Open. He's played Masters and all that. He was the world's #1 in his prime. So when I started watching his play, he plays just exactly like me. I'm very calculative on the golf course. I play to my number, to my advantage. I place the ball where I know. And I put it there. The next shot is going to be where I want it. So that kind of game got me interested in liking how we play.
But Tiger Woods still.
Yes, of course. I like the aggressiveness of Tiger. I like the boldness. When you see a line, however tight it is, he is going to go for the commitment, the hard work. I got all those from Tiger.
This is what we're seeing in the game. Let's now get on to understanding what your responsibilities are. You are pursuing 4 young persons. You are almost 4 years in business. So you are now in the home run. And get yourself a break. What are the odds that when you're done with the course, you're coming back? That's the odds. Are you can also be only magazines?
They say east or west, home is the best. Yeah, so I really believe we have a beautiful country. We have one of the best weathers in the world. In Uganda, you play golf 365 days a year. Well, in the state where I live, we only play golf 8 months, and 4 of those 8 months are cold. You're playing with 2 jackets, something that I've never done here.
Not even in the sweat.
Not even in the sweat. So, but to answer your question, the US has more opportunities, has a biggest platform for the game that I play. if I want to put myself or put my country in a visible status of the game, I'll have to commit some years, get some experience, compete with the best players in the world, and make it to the best league of football. And then coming home, this is home. Home is always home. Yes, but I'm going to be away for some time. Trying to push myself to the highest level. It takes a lot of commitment, a lot of settlement, and a lot of time to get yourself where you want to. Like I say, the US is the land of opportunity.
Always to position yourself for one opportunity.
Exactly. So, have a plan. Me and my colleagues are getting prepared. After I graduate, I have to play qualifying rounds, getting me into the PGA, getting me into...
What's PGA?
It's a American professional group for golf. It's PGA, Professional Golf Association. That is the biggest organ, like how you see Premier League, the English Premier League. So the PGA, they have events all over the United States. And they play for prize money as much as $12 million.
Whoa, one again? $12 million?
4 days. They have the Masters, they have the US Open, so when you make it and make it to the PGA and you just make the cut.
Money.
Yeah, you're good.
So in other words, where you're headed now, Colinne, you're kissing poverty goodbye.
I wouldn't say yet, but we are in the lane. We're in the lane. Of course, the queue is long, but I'm ready to run the course. I'm ready to take the time. I'm ready to do whatever it takes to get there. And the beauty of being in the US is, even if you don't make it to the top level, there are two other in the US where you make as much money as the people. Yes. You can work in the golf industry as the PGA, the organization. So there's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot to put our hands on, and they teach us the fact that we are college athletes. They teach us to take advantage.
And so, when you're in there, you are in this one and you are playing the way you also study like you are. You get a stipend. How you survive now?
Yes, now that I'm on a full scholarship, in the US, since I'm exceptional, my college employed. I'm a tutor. They pay me to tutor
the young
ones, the year 1, year 2, year 3, who are struggling in classes. So yes, they pay me for that. That's how I survive. But on the side, I also have internships. I do internships during my breaks, like spring break, summer break. Yes, I do internships, paid internships.
Without being very inclusive in the story, but you earn enough to become, but also remove some money for your mother.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle. I have my mentors here and there who help me. Being a student, you still need help, no matter the level. But that's why I urge anyone out there who wants to help can help.
Wow.
Yes. So yes, I have mentors. Like once in a while, there is sends me something to keep me up there. My few friends will send me something because it's expensive to live in the US. It's very, very expensive. Life is costly.
On the flip side, what gives you a good laugh? What makes you happy?
Someone who is real funny. Real and funny. Crack a joke. Don't take things serious.
Life is already
hard enough to be serious all the time. Yes,
Now that you have you've changed your culinary preferences to American cuisine, I'm sure you are up and high on the burger and everything. But what will make it your list of favorites?
Backyard, only I
All
like,
times.
yeah, home, actually, the food home here is very delicious. Very organic.
No one argues that.
Very organic. I missed it for, all the years that I was doing that, but
It's the first time you're back in the country after
yeah, when I left here.
4 years later.
Yes.
You'll be telling us what you think has changed much, but let's get down again. Your best dish.
Yes, I was born in Uganda, so I grew up as a Uganda guy.
Never mind that you have a name from West Nile.
Yes, yes, matoke is of course fish. The fact that I'm just leg, fish, yes, sweet potato. Yeah, I just like a natural organic Ugandan dish. Yes.
How would you like to watch that one? What's your favorite thing?
Awesome dish.
This is a very beautiful country here in Uganda. And since you've traveled, far and wide, you can at least for us. But where in Uganda would you say, if I were to take a break, if I were to let down my head, even for a day, this is the place I want to go. And why?
Without a doubt, okay?
Wow.
Without a doubt. I don't even second think that because Entebbe is home. I was born in Entebbe. All my life, most of my life I've been in Entebbe. Entebbe has great weather, great scenery.
And many attractions.
Yes, the lake, yeah. We have it all. It's peaceful above all. Because people are happy. All the years that I've lived in the US, in the Entebbe, people seem wrong with me. So it's peaceful. One place to the next place.
Colinne, as we conclude our conversation, let's talk about that one thing that neither your mother nor your mentors nor anybody possibly knows about it, that they will get to know about it.
It
Could be a moment in the past. It could be a character trait. It could be something. Let's see.
What would you say is there is a strong calling I feel it. I like to open the door here and tell you what because I've gone out there and seen the opportunity. I know what it takes for that. I put myself in that position to take it. And I feel like I can do something about it. But I want to help as many as I can. The kids here, give them a structure. Because I know they look at me as some kind of motivation. They know the story. They know
the guy around.
Yeah. They see me where I've come from. They see where I've been, where it all began. And they know if they do what I do, they can get to where I am.
And even
all the reasons. And I want to give them the comfort to show them that it is possible and lay a road going forward. So that is one thing my mom or any of my mentors don't know. But I do that quite often. I check on them, send them stuff. Like I came back with a full kit for him. I brought laptops and tablets just to give those who are excelling in school and discipline and doing the right thing. So I want, God willingly, God will put me in a position where I can do more and then take about 6 or 7 guys like to college in the US. Right now in the US it's about 8 Ugandans who play golf. One of our best amateur, Ronald Otiri, which is in the US, the same college with me. We have Titus is there, of course, graduated. And then we have Daniel Batino.
I'm talking about Titus. So when he saw you in the US, he must have been elated. He must have been excited.
It is. I would say it's the same feeling I'll get when you come. Because you get to see someone who has really done it,
in whose guy has walked your path and has owned you.
So it is a great feeling when you want something for someone, they want it as much as you want them to have it. It's a great feeling. We are very happy. Of course, we're super proud of you. We have achieved more than we have achieved. more than he would have expected. But though he expected me to do that, so I make him proud. I know that without a doubt. And I have a whole plan, a whole community to hold the flag, a whole country to hold the flag.
And how was you prepared to go back to it's been 4 years you've lived at home. What struck you as a stark change when you landed back at Caddie and entered into the community of the city?
Yeah, the country is developing. I've seen huge roads that I didn't leave. That's a beautiful. That's a
You
very
didn't leave the
beautiful thing.
expressway functioning, so
It wasn't so functioning, but yeah, it is. It was on the way. Now, it's beautiful. Cities are more clean, and we have. We are so blessed that we don't need to do much to reach our part. But the place is developing. Seeing more malls in the city here in Ontario and all that. So development is at least.
Colinne Ajedra, without a doubt, your star continues to shine, and we believe you will return to have another conversation with us so we can talk more about where you are taking the game, where you're taking that philanthropy feeling that you have to do that only we get to know about today now that you share like that. This one we also get to know what the future aspiration is, what the dreams are. What we can see is we should do this. And since we started the program by you playing a song, maybe you may as well say goodbye with another song. Maybe you can ask what the song is and how you do it.
Wow, you're getting into my catalog now, man.
I don't understand you.
Yeah, it's I'm more of a listen to people, right?
You are now in the land of people, so one of these days with inspiration coming from guys like 50 Cent.
Yes. And I would say
You want to try some big ones every day. I'll ask you.
yeah, that's a good one too. That's one a good one. I will go with that.
I see. I almost knew where you were.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's it.
Everyone has a life story to tell, but an incredible life story is shared and told differently.